Happy birthday to Jerry Stiller, who would have been 96 yesterday.
That is true. I did celebrate him the day he died when I had that as my, it's always been my intro. A lot of people think that it's me, and it's not. It's Jerry Stiller.
I thought it was you the first couple of times.
Yeah, didn't you copy it?
I tried in the early years. I tried to do that at the front, and then I was like, I'm going to put the real soundbite.
You're going to let a real thespian do it.
That's right.
Yeah, so there's a little trivia there for the intro soundbite. Welcome to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, current and ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question. Should or shouldn't you watch this? The Guardian calls it a grisly feast of extravagant violence.
Very gory.
Rolling Stone says Sisu is the bloody Nazi killing movie you need to see.
Is that how you're supposed to say it? Sisu?
Sisu.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
They never say it, so...
They say it in the trailer, and we're about to hear it.
Okay, good.
Sizzle!
So they never said in the movie, so I still don't know.
Thank you for interrupting my intro.
No problem, bro.
Vengeance is golden. Welcome to John Wick, the Finnish years.
We might have a problem.
He's a one-man death squad. Do you really believe that he's immortal?
No, he just refuses to die.
Rated R.
Did you hear that? Sisu!
Oh, yeah.
Sisu!
I didn't hear it.
Speaking of Taylor not hearing anything, joining me today is recurring guests. Take Me Away, Tribe, and What is the Mile High Club really? Cole. Well, welcome back, soldiers. Find something super absorbent as the blood floweth freely. Sisu is next. The details for this one: when an ex-soldier who discovers gold in the Lapland wilderness tries to take the loot into the city, Nazi soldiers led by a brutal SS officer battle him. That's the description.
That's his name? Oh, I thought his name was SS Officer Battle Him.
No.
as in like a song?
No, they battle.
Commander battle him.
They battle. I'm calling him Sisu. I don't know what his name is.
They say it does not matter. There's barely any dialogue in this movie at all.
They say it once.
They say it a couple of times, and it's on the subtitles, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't grasp it. Written and directed by Jalmari Helander, director of such hits as Rare Exports.
Hey,
it's a callback to that.
Yeah,
what do you know?
Which was watched on Should You Watch This years ago, but sadly before the existence of recording mics.
good show.
I did like Rare Exports.
Yeah, that was a Christmas selection by Take Me Away, Tribe.
That was very funny to make you watch that.
That was...
For reasons anyone who's seen that would know.
There are a multitude of floppy dicks.
Santa dicks.
Yeah, that's right.
So many.
There are lots of very nude Santas in that movie.
I don't even remember why.
It's hard.
But I remember that distinctly.
Yeah, no, it's hard to see.
His name...
Still, to this day, I've not seen anything quite like that.
His name is Atami. Sisu. He's listed in the credits as Atami.
But his last name, they say Sisu?
No, Sisu is just a word.
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew that.
Because he's brave.
That's his nickname because he's immortal and crazy.
Yeah.
He brings bloodshed and chaos.
Well, runtime, a crisp 1 hour and 31 minutes. Right. Rated R. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says action war. And IMDb says action war. What is it good for? No, they don't say that, but... Rating from IMDb is 7 out of 10, which is fairly high, from 33,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes, however, gives it a 93% from 152 critic ratings and 88%
Taylor
some great inflation
from 500,000 audience ratings. Where to watch this at the time of this recording, you can rent or purchase this from your preferred purveyor of digital media. If you choose the highest tier of our Patreon account, you'll have access to the Popcorn Priest Permanent Collection. Go to patreon.com/popcornpriest for details. All right, you guys.
Yo.
I think Cole's becoming more and more excited about this new category.
Oh, yeah?
Popcorn reviews the reviews.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited to hear that.
All right,
This is
so
the best part.
we've got 2 to 3, it's actually 3 1 out of 10s and 3 10 out of 10s. And last time, Cole, I liked it. It was the first time on Should You Watch This? A first, where we read a 1 and a 10, and a 1 and a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do that again? Or would you like to do all the poor ones and then the...
No, because then...
No, I like the whiplash.
Yeah, the
All
whiplash
right.
is better because you get a nice contrast of what's bad and what's good as opposed to just, here's a bunch of bad.
Because, if you leave all the bad ones to the end, then you lift.
It's just all
like,
bunched
oh, it's
together
terrible.
that way. Yeah,
but then if
it's
you
better
put
to
all
go
the
back
good
and
ones at
forth.
the end, you're like, actually, it's one of the best movies ever made.
All right, so what do you want me to start with, a 1 or a 10?
Start with a 1.
All right. People are really easily pleased these days.
That's right.
Says Atticus. Says Atticus 200453. I watched this film with low expectations, despairing of ever seeing a decent film these days. Despairing?
What
That doesn't even make sense to me.
He's despairing. He's given up hope of ever seeing a good movie again.
I guess.
Which, I mean, if that's true, man, what are you even going to the movies anymore?
I know, right? Try
Yeah.
another
I
hot
feel like,
take.
you need to move on. Maybe start reading books.
Yeah, maybe crocheting,
Make up the movie in your mind, buddy.
take up running.
Yeah, that's right. Make the movies you want to see in this world,
Correct. Directors and producers seem to think that the more guts and gore you can show in a film, the better it will be. Wrong. It's the building of a character, plot, and action that makes a good movie, not this unbelievable garbage. Where are the films like Godfather, Bridge on the River Kwai,
Thought that's what this movie was trying to be?
Lawrence of Arabia? Et al. He says, et al.
At all.
If this crap is what passes for cinematic entertainment, I pity the following generations who will never experience real movie magic.
Whatever, man. Those movies you can still watch. They're still widely available. What are you talking about?
Don't waste your time on this pile of excrement. 1 out of 10 stars.
I mean, I do generally ascribe to the belief that more gore is better, but, It
has to be done in the right way.
I don't know.
It has to be a T-1000 stabbing somebody's eyeball.
Right. That's correct.
I've seen much gorier films than this.
That's just also true. This really isn't that extreme.
I'm not saying it's not gory, because it is, and there's enough of it, and it's punctuated by throughout the film.
Yeah, I think Fury has which is kind of similar because it also is about a tank, but yeah, that one's way more violent than this.
Yeah.
I think.
Rambo 4.
All right, a 10 out of 10. Rambo 4 is very, very bloody.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think
amazing.
the body count is like 100.
It's
or
the
like
highest.
200.
It's the highest of any of them. I'm pretty sure.
240 or something. It was crazy. By the way, go listen to Should You Watch This as we review all of the Rambo films. Thank you.
Right.
All right. 10 out of 10. This movie is bonkers. He's not immortal. He just refuses to die, says Unique Particle. And Unique Particle has made an appearance on Should You Watch This before in his reviews.
A power user.
He is a power user. Always, Sisu is a wildly stylish action throughout. Brutal, surprising often, and epic. It was like a Finnish version of Terminator without the robot and John Wick. This movie deserves so much praise for being great fun entertainment and badass. I don't know how the main guy survives so much with great triumph, but it's all satisfying to me. I wonder what the filming was like. I'm intrigued to see special features. The women in this are phenomenal.
What is this?
And the vibe of how the characters can do whatever the F they want is so great. 10 out of 10 stars.
I disagree with that man on every point he made in there.
Wow. Okay. Be careful.
I just,
You might have said a power user.
I just don't agree. I don't
Yes.
think
What's your handle going to be? Sell
like
away tribe?
Unique Particle is wrong.
No. All right. 1 out of 10.
No.
Good for ages 3 to 7, says Brian Mierner.
I don't think it's good for ages 3 to 7. I think that's a bold claim.
Says
That's got to be one mature 7-year-old who's seen the horrors of war.
Ariane Minor. Aryan Minor.
Aryan?
Aryan Minor.
Spelled like World War II way?
A-R-Y.
Is he to be like upset that this showed Nazis dying or something?
That's why I kind of said it that way. Aryanminer. Aryan Minor. Aryan Minor. I expected... Okay, I'm going to try to read these exactly how they are written. Okay, so if you hear something weird, that's not my affectation. Okay,
you're trying to be fair to them.
I expected when I see the IMDb site, I see rating between 2 to 3 for this movie. But now I am shocked how this trash has earned this rating. The main character probably have more power than Superman. The story is just let's kill Nazis, and it is story.
This is an ESL or Google Translate review.
Indian movies and superhero movies are more realistic than this.
Indian movies.
It's an ESL situation, I think so.
The enemy characters look even dumber than Pink Panther. What? If creators wanted to make Rambo, they just should make it normally, but not with rewriting history of war. I really did not find anything good in this movie.
Rewriting history of war.
I don't know how people can rate this movie more than 3 stars. Even Brazzers makes more realistic movies than this. 1 out of 10.
Wow. All right.
It's amazing.
Oh, jeez. And he says, or she...
I think the Superman criticism is valid. That's one thing I did not like, but we'll carry on.
we might have to save that for next week in our beefs. But we'll save that. But his title is good for ages 3 to 7.
That's insane. No, it's not.
I mean, I know he's trying to insult
there's
the
very
film.
I mean, it's not explicit references to sexual violence, but pretty implicit.
Well, and along
with
maybe he's saying that because it's such a crappy story and it's good for it's so dumb
a child could understand it.
Yeah, maybe
Follow it.
It is not good for ages 3 to 7, by the way.
Yeah, that's not right. I would disagree with that.
All right. Our second 10 out of 10. Finnish Rambo.
Yep.
Says
parts of it for sure.
Flongy. Sisu is an immersive cinematic masterpiece by one of Finland's finest movie directors. This hair-raising movie will leave you gripping your seat as you witness the relentless and gruesome violence of the protagonist taking down a rogue of Nazi platoon.
A rogue Nazi platoon, or did they just mess up?
A rogue, they messed up.
Add a little autocorrect.
If you like Nazis killing troops.
What? You mean Nazis?
I think you meant if you want not troops of Nazis being killed. That's probably.
I think so.
Where gore and violent carnage engulfs every inch of the screen, then Sisu is definitely the movie for you. 10 out of 10 stars. I mean, we referenced Rambo quite a bit while we were watching this. So.
Oh, yeah. The setup is Rambo.
Correct.
It's Rambo. 100%.
Get out of our Swedish country.
Yeah, so
we don't want you
take you on down 30 miles south to another town and take care of you down there.
I don't want you to walk back in.
We're going to have to hang you with this blown up gas station, son.
There is a gas station in Rambo. It's very pivotal to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Last 1 out of 10. Should be sued for how much he copied Tarantino.
There is a Tarantino influence there for sure.
I got a feel to it.
I agree. Yeah. Says degrees 33365. It's rather disgusting watching this movie and realize just how much Jalmari Helander copies Tarantino. I guess if you're a talentless hack, copying someone is all you can do. 1 out of 10 stars.
I bet Tarantino loved it.
I bet he enjoyed watching it. Yeah, I guarantee.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's
we should ask him.
It's not as good as Inglourious. It's not as good as Inglourious.
Phone up your buddy. Phone a friend. And
Tarantino right into the show and let us know. Last but not least, 10 out of 10. Most Americans are well aware that Finns are generally ... says
hardcore
Oscar Albert.
What?
Oscar Albert. Considered, he finishes his sentence. So I'll say
in the body of the text?
Yes. Okay. Most Americans are well aware that Finns are generally considered to be among the world's most easygoing, peaceful, placid, gentle, fun-loving nationalities.
Well, now
They're also considered to be super adept at romance,
I don't.
which is why women will often dump a Latin lover, French
Where's this
freshman,
review going?
Yeah, it's like what is he talking about?
or
Just switch stories or films
or
effectively.
a Spanish spice guy if they have a chance to hook a friendly Finn.
Is this like a Europe thing that we just aren't aware of?
However, it never pays to underestimate the resourceful Finnish, especially if you try to separate one from his personal pot of gold. SISU proves that Rambo, John Wick, and Ethan Hunt are totally wimpy juveniles compared to an irate Finn. 10 out of 10 stars.
No, it's not.
He's
as
probably
good.
just proud of his country.
It's not as good as any of those movies.
I don't know. Oscar
there's a bit of
Albert.
patriotism
His name's
creeping in.
Oscar Albert. I don't know if he's Finnish.
Albert.
Yeah, he would need like circles above the letters in his name.
Correct.
for me
And
to
some like
believe that.
K's and
in
R's.
like O's with lines through them.
Correct. O's with lines. Correct. That might be
Then I buy it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's like that sounds right. And
with
I don't
like
know, but
with like son at the end of your name.
yeah,
Henriksen.
Alfred Ingelsson.
something like that.
Yeah, I don't buy that, Oscar. I'm sorry.
I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't know
Albert.
what's going on there. What's with the weird like afraid of women like Finnish people stealing your wife or what?
I guess he's really
yeah.
thinks that they're just such great.
I am unaware of that.
Womanizers.
The easygoing stuff, I believe most Americans do if they know anything about Finland. Was like, yeah, they seem like they're chill.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
the other stuff, I don't.
I'm guessing he's had trouble with women in the past, and that's crept into his.
Yeah, maybe there's some beef he's got. This is kind of like his look was like, well, we all have this problem. One of those things where he says it in public and then everyone's looking at him like,
He
what?
took a girlfriend to Spain, and she never came back.
Maybe he wishes he was Finnish.
That is true.
He's got some like weird confirmation bias. It's like, it's just so much easier for the Finns.
All right. Well, that's the end of our reviews. Let's get into
This is amazing.
should or shouldn't you watch this? 5 reasons why you should watch this. And since this is another time, it doesn't happen very often, but where we all have not seen this.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a live should or shouldn't you
Recapture.
watch this? Yeah. So I'll start it off. I think number 1 would be, I think the landscapes are pretty cool.
Yeah,
cinematography is really
the
pretty.
Lapland, yeah, like they're
Cinematography is really cool to see.
like very like Nordic wilderness type stuff. Yeah, no trees, lots of grasslands.
Yeah. It was cool. Another one I think would be the score is very cool. The like the weird
Yeah, like weird, like,
voices
yeah,
and
like-
grunts and like the score like humming through.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
The throaty Finnish singing.
Yeah. Whatever those voices are, I liked them.
I didn't even notice it. So
What are
Taylor's a little bitter about it.
Yeah, Taylor did not
It-
he started high and went way low.
just not doing it.
It's like a stock market crash.
So
in real
should or
time.
shouldn't you? Like reasons you shouldn't? Like is that normal?
You can do what. That's why it's both. Should or shouldn't watch this.
shouldn't. It's not that
Why
good.
should you not watch this?
It's not that good. It's amazing. It's just
It's
not that good.
it's good.
Taylor, the good news is you still have all the rest of Saturday to watch a good film.
If you like, I mean, I'm not saying you're a fan of violence, but if you,
I am a fan of violence, and I didn't like this. So explain that.
wow, I don't know if I can.
Did the violence become too preposterous to enjoy?
And maybe that was it. They did use CG blood, which also bothered me.
All the time, you think?
No, it didn't seem like it was all the time, but they definitely used it in pretty prominent ways.
Man, maybe I'm just used to it or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I didn't
yeah.
feel like it was egregious. Like it didn't feel horrible.
Well, certain parts, like when he's getting beat on the airplane and it's kind of supposedly flying or splattering everywhere, you can tell it's just computer animation flying around, but it's really subtle.
Yeah, it
didn't
I
bother
don't want to
me.
get this. Yeah, well, I mean, I was already checked out. I mean, it probably wouldn't have if I was
Oh
more
my
into
gosh.
it. Because again, like we talked about, John Wick doesn't really have that much, and
John Wick
Like-
has a lot.
like-
That's all it is CG.
that's what I'm saying. It's like in
or
the first
CG
one,
blood.
it didn't bother me at all, and in the most recent one, it didn't bother me at all. So I mean, I think it's just how it's done.
I think it's easier for the production because
Oh, absolutely, because then you don't have to read. It's way easier to, if you have to redo something, you don't have to like change out every
reshoot the whole scene.
I mentioned it in our Mission Impossible pod, the Fallout, where they're fighting in the white bathroom. All of that blood in there is fake blood.
See, I just think you should just have it be like a shorter shot where you have someone's chest explode or something. So then it's fine.
Dude,
You don't have to retake that. You just
there's
do
some
once.
amazing like blow apart.
Yeah, some of the I don't.
That had to
some,
been-
some of that looked pretty practical as far as like
I agree.
like explosives and like animals exploding and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know.
All right, give me 2 other reasons why you should not watch this. I gave 3 why you should.
It's cheesy.
Man, really?
Yeah, like when he's like explaining, like it's like he's a legend. He's the greatest.
It's like somebody flipped a
soldier
switch. He was all
ever.
excited, and then by the end of the show, I'm
And then
so
like
mad.
the woman being all condescending to the Germans is like, you're
I like that too.
already dead.
You're getting drunk on Rageahol. That's what you're doing right now.
I just
Wow.
it didn't hit for me. I don't know what to say.
Well,
Up until midway,
what a mixed bag we
Yeah.
got for should or shouldn't you watch
Yeah,
this.
it seemed like it was the day after the attempted hanging. Where
He just kept,
lost his
yeah,
touch.
like that was another thing is like the guy just kept screwing up. Like it just looked like he was making obvious mistakes.
Let's save that for beefs. There's
All
so
right.
many beefs. You have so many
I
beefs.
just, it didn't hit it. Okay, I do have a good reason. It's only an hour and a half long.
Okay, that's a great reason.
So I mean,
Short
if
and to the
if
point.
you end up liking it or not liking it, what are you out?
Yeah, I remember when I was, there's a time where you, even in good movies, you look at your clock, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I looked at it, I'm like, oh, we got like 15, 20 minutes left.
Oh, yeah,
and then it's over.
yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah,
If you don't like it, or if you like it, you got it just enough.
yeah.
So
So I mean, I think
if Rambo
does
was a
have that
gold
going.
hunter,
if Rambo was a gold hunter. Yeah. All right. There you have it. Should or shouldn't you watch this? A mixed bag, as it were.
I mean, for me, it seems like everyone else was fine with it.
I don't know. We haven't heard.
93% of Rotten Tomatoes, they love it. I don't
That's
know.
critics. 88 from audience, which is still very
That's
high.
still pretty high.
That's really high.
it's really good.
Seems like I'm just the odd man out on this.
All right. I have. This is hard because I try not to do a ton of research because I don't like spoiling films for myself, but I do have a little bit of by the numbers.
All right.
For God's sakes, just give me the damn number!
All right. This was very astonishing to me. What is the budget of this film?
5 million, I'd say.
Yeah, I could see
Really?
5 to 10 million.
How did you guys get to that number so easily?
This cast is really small, and they only have like one tank and like 2 other vehicles.
And they're probably filming in the same different.
They're not
different
filming in
fields.
public to where you have to shut anything down. They're just out in the wilderness.
And you've got a limited crew where the members are probably also extras and helping out on set.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Finland. It's just like Iceland. I mean, they don't have a big film budget in general. So I'm guessing 5 to 10 million, probably 5, I'd say. on
It's
the lower-
6.5 million. That was crazy to me. It felt a much bigger movie to me.
But that's what you can do with computers, though. You can accomplish quite a bit. Make it seem
Yeah,
like a bigger
but-
production.
I mean, the latest Ant-Man looks like trash.
Yeah, but there's other stuff going on with those movies, like the pipeline factory thing they've got set up, and
Yeah, but
But that
this
movie,
CGI looked really great.
I mean, because they weren't only using it when they had to.
because they had
as
CG with a
opposed
natural
to-
background.
Yeah, as opposed to
Ant-Man,
those Marvel movies where
everything's-
they just
everything's green
really
screen.
stopped trying to do like
I
practical
guess
sets
that's a
and
bad
stuff.
example, but there's other movies where they have about the same amount of money or even more, and they don't pull it off this well. I think, in
It's
my
because
opinion.
the more subtle you can go, the better it looks, rather than just assuming that the audience is going to realize what it is and going full blast.
Well, it amazed me. I thought the production value was very cool,
He
very
knows it.
good.
He did a good job directing.
Yeah. Box office haul,
Oh,
30 million
10.5.
globally.
that's more than I thought.
Yeah, global.
I don't know.
It seemed low to me, and I hope there's some more money that they make off of this. I know
Oh, it's just
Taylor
coming out on
doesn't,
digital
but-
now.
Yeah,
It was such a blip in theaters, but now that it's on digital release, I'm sure it's going to make a lot more money.
Yeah, I think word of mouth. Well, except for our word of mouth.
Yeah, not mine.
not Taylor's word of mouth. I think it's worth a watch for sure. Especially if it's. I mean, it's not in theaters. Like, yeah. Anyway, you could.
It'll end up on one of the main streaming services, and I think probably be pretty popular. That's my guess.
Yeah.
That's
You
my
can get it
bet.
on Amazon right now.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like in terms of just like it's on Netflix now, or it's on HBO Max for like the month. Or
Yeah, it'll be on HBO Max in 2 months.
Actually, no, it'll be on Max.
What a dumb name.
I know.
Stupid
No,
name.
well, I mean, if you've looked at it, it was so they could add all the other trash to it without sullying the HBO
Yeah, let's
brand.
remove the coolest IP that you have.
Well, I think it's because they wanted to put all that garbage on there, and we can't have an
It's not
HBO
even-
name associated with this.
It's not even.
I don't know.
They didn't want to associate. They just plain got rid of it altogether and was like, let's just throw this in the trash. We're all reality shows now.
It's very
Max,
funny.
garbage. All right. This won 4 awards at the prestigious Catalonian International Film Festival.
The wine mixer?
The Catalina Wine Mixer.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, what?
4 awards at the Catalina Wine Mixer. Okay. In order: Best Actor, 1. Best Cinematography, 1.
Sure.
Best Picture, 1.
No.
And Best Original Music, 1.
Sure.
Wait, but what were the contenders, though, is the real question.
Best actor. Who on earth did they give that to?
Listen, I didn't do a lot of digging here, okay? Our crack research team, and should you watch this, we're pressed, okay?
Okay. Yeah, all right.
But I did know that it is the main
Okay.
actor, the hero.
Okay, I guess it's like, yeah.
Sisu
It's
won.
like The Revenant, you know? It's like Leo won an Oscar for that, and it was really just like 3 hours of him looking like he was in pain.
Screaming on camera.
I thought he
Looked like he
did
was in pain and very cold. He wasn't really talking, so I mean, I think that's probably it.
I don't know how old that dude is, but he did a great job. And he looks, big for an older gentleman. I liked it.
All right.
I liked
You were inspired.
I liked all the
All of
scars
scarring on him, yeah.
I liked all the practical Rambo-esque
Yeah.
He's 64.
healing. 64. There you go. So I liked the healing of the wounds when he has to stop
that-
every now and again. And
Self-suturing stuff.
yeah, it's great.
Also in rare exports.
Correct. He is, and his real son is in Rare Exports.
Oh, really?
Correct.
All right, then.
Okay, this you'll probably be able to add to this Sail Away Tribe because I am not a historian, a history buff, but I looked this up. I want to read this because I think it was interesting to me because I didn't know this.
Was it the faint revisionism here where they're like, we're not going to talk about the other parts
Yeah,
we're not
so
too proud of.
maybe add to what I say because there's probably more. I only grabbed a couple paragraphs, but the Soviet Union entered the conflict on the German side when they stormed Poland from its eastern border. In November 1939, after Finland refused to cede island territories near Leningrad to the USSR, Stalin's military invaded the country and installed a pro-communist puppet government, initiating the Winter War. Lasting until March 1940, the Winter War was the second official conflict of World War II. It ended in a peace agreement between the USSR and Finland, known as the Moscow Peace Treaty, with the latter coerced to give up 12% of its territories. While the Finns suffered an estimated 25,000 losses during the Winter War, the developing Nordic country fared vastly better than its Bolshevik aggressors.
They punched way above their weight, yes.
The USSR lost roughly 200,000 soldiers in the 103-day struggle.
Winter's a bitch.
After the Moscow Peace Treaty was signed, the USSR continued meddling in Finland through further land grabs and economic involvement, prompting the Finns to join the side of Germany in the June 1941 invasion of the Soviet Union, known as Operation
Nazi Germany, by the way. Nazi Germany.
Yes.
They were allies of convenience. with Nazi Germany.
Barbarossa. Operation Barbarossa.
Which is weird that this movie kind of doesn't like give that background. They kind of skip ahead towards like, okay, well, in 44, that all...
Well, here, let me read this last paragraph and then you add to it. Because
Operation Barbarossa.
while the integrity of Finland's collaboration with the Nazis can be questioned from a modern perspective, many Finns saw this alliance as a partnership against a common enemy, spurred by the country's land losses since the war.
I mean,
Winter War.
It wasn't an ideological alliance. It wasn't like Mussolini being like, yeah, this fascism stuff's all right.
I think just like that guy.
Yeah,
You know
this is more like, well, they also don't like this guy, this Soviet Union. So I mean, Yeah, again, they just kind of stumbled into the wrong side of history based on a conflict and like problem with a neighbor that predates World War II.
Okay, well, let me read this last sentence and then you tell me what happened after, because I don't know. So as a result, Finland's reinstated fight against the USSR and the Germans on their side became known as the Continuation War, in which the Finns would lose over 68,000 troops between 1941 and 1944. So when did they ever not want them on their side? Did they? Because you said that at some point
but when they were about to lose, they signed a peace agreement with the Soviet Union, and that required expelling by force all Nazi troops within Finland. So then
the Soviets.
I don't know if the Soviets helped, but no, Finland had to do it on their own. So they ended up turning on their.
So they turned on the Soviets. Then they
they were against the Soviets from the very beginning. The Soviets were going to win.
They were
signed
trying
a
not to
peace
get
agreement,
steamrolled.
but they had an alliance with the Nazis. And then what made them not want to be with the Nazis?
They were going to lose.
They were going to lose because
the Soviet Union was rolling back all of Operation Barbarossa,
but who did they sign this treaty with?
Moscow. It was with the Soviet Union. It was with Stalin.
But those were the bad guys too.
But when you are in war, you are brought to the negotiating table.
Basically, when Germany was steamrolling, they thought, "Hey, we'll go along."
Yeah, because it's like
then when they underestimated the winner in Russia, and then Germany started to get creamed, Finland realized, "Hey, if we don't switch sides and help them, Germany."
The Soviets switch sides too?
No, no.
They always sided with Germany, with Nazi Germany.
No, they signed a peace agreement that was more of a convenient one that then Hitler broke. It was kind of like a non-aggression treaty.
Okay.
So they weren't allied. They never were because their ideology was not compatible. They always hated each other.
Their egos wouldn't have been.
So they never fought together.
No, absolutely.
No, they were just staying out of each other's business until Hitler decided. And then he broke. Then
Operation Barbarossa started, and he broke that non-aggression pact, and he's like, ah.
That's basically the only reason he sided with the U.S. was because he knew he was scared of Germany punching through and getting to his front door. So he realized he needed help to push him.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. But so Finland just had a conflict with the Russian Empire, I think. Like it went back farther than the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
They just kind of ended up stumbling into being allied with some really fascinating monsters of world history.
You have to remember that everyone saw Poland.
And so this takes place after that and just kind of sidesteps it. Like, well, what if, for a while there, we were against the Nazis and we'll have a movie set then.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
This is when our movie will take place.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Well, I'm not a student of history, and that's fascinating.
You just have to realize that everyone saw Poland getting creamed in 1939 and how quickly it happened. And so you've got to make big decisions real fast to avoid the same thing happening to your country.
There you have it. A little history lesson on should you watch this.
It's kind of a sad thing when you look how enthusiastic you got about history rather than talking about the movie.
That's true. I did.
I mean, again, there's the story of the sniper from the Winter War that I think would have been a better movie, but maybe not. I don't know.
But not for over the top, just gory explosion.
Yeah, probably not. Because he's like, I don't know, he's putting snow in his mouth to prevent his breath from being visible and doing a lot of weird stuff like that. It would have been cool, maybe, but probably get old fast. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't like American Sniper, and that was American.
That had a lot of problems.
You're right. You know what? The sniper movies, they just don't work. I don't know.
There's not enough action, man. You're just sitting from
it's
a million miles away, and you.
Tom Berenger would like to have a word with you.
Yeah. What about Shooter with Mark Wahlberg, where he gets set up for a assassination? That's pretty cool.
That one was not as good, but also better than American Sniper.
Using a plastic water bottle as a silencer to take out bad guys.
That's so sick. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was way more stuff going on in Shooter than.
Yeah, Shooter's more of a thriller. It's not an action movie. Which I don't know that you can really do like a sniper movie because it's like, well, I stayed put for 5 days and shot 20 people who did not know where I was or could you fire back? And it's like, well, okay. It's like that one stupid movie in the fake German propaganda movie in whatchamacallit?
Enemy at the Gates.
No, not Enemy at the Gates. The Tarantino one, Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's all in the tower. It just looks like this.
Fending off all the enemy. Yeah.
He would be stupid like that. Shouting out patriotic slogans.
It was the American Sniper of the 40s.
Dude, I love Inglourious Bastards. That's such a good movie. I think it's my favorite.
See, but the Winter War is an easier thing because like, well, they were being invaded. So it's kind of it's an easier, as opposed to the whole Nazi. It's a real wrinkle that's pretty funny.
It is. Well,
because like, yeah, they weren't Nazis, but they're like, well, we'll take these guns.
Well, that was all I had for numbers, and we're getting into spoilers, so I think we should wrap it up and come back and let the beefs flow freely. Sounds like we got a lot of beefs.
Yeah, the beefs.
I don't have many beefs, but at this point, there may be spoilers up ahead. So if you want to watch and then come back next week and join us for our breakdown of Rambo: The Finn Finisher. I am on the social medias. I dare you to message the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you would share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. Another way to support the show is by throwing a few shekels at the priest by visiting patreon.com/Popcorn Priest and see what extra perks you can enjoy. Lastly, the easiest way to support the show and the most free is like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review. It's easy as holding your breath under water, and I guess I shouldn't say what I was going to say. And as always, thanks for listening, and thanks to my guests, Sail Away Tribe, and Up in the Air Cole. Join us next week for Sisu Part 2.